See, this is when you know whatever Xander's filming is a big deal to him. Getting this steady shot with the tripod, crucial.
Actually, I got my big break filming documentary using only a handheld right here in this city. That's how your agent first noticed me. I was reading Bergman. He said one should film as music. I never thought of it that way before, but everything I've done ever since has been shaped by music. Those behind-the-scene cuts Austin likes so much, straight out of hip-hop. You know, like some samples like will loop all the way through a song while others only pop in once? I did that, but with film. And in other genres, take ragtime. Yo, one time I actually...
Time, bro.
What's up?
Look, honestly, your life's journey from Ball to, what's his name, Berkman, I want to hear more of that. I do. I want to hear everything, but just later. Just tell me later, bro, okay? Like, repeat it with me. Right now, I gotta get ready. Yeah, okay.
All right,
I appreciate you, though.
That's right.
Later, hey, later, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
He about to tear the roof off.
Secure your tickets today by visiting us online or stopping by the ticket booth. Attention, Boston, our Summit Dance team hosts the giveaway days coming up fast. Our Summit Dance team has a very special poster for every fan of the building, so don't miss out. We want your time at the arena to be enjoyable and incident-free. If you are having an issue at any time that needs to be addressed, please text the word something along with your issue and seat location to 55555. A member of our Investor Relations team will respond immediately.
We hope to see you again at another Celtics game.
Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. We're in, and the power rankings look more concrete every day. Plenty of games behind us here in December. You look at Atlanta, they're a rising team climbing to 5th on the board.
I think for New York, they've been on a roll, victorious in their last 5 outings, really shoring up their #1 seed status.
Now, New York starting 5. Brunson and Clarkson are the guard set. Karl Anthony Towns is out there with Josh Hart, and it's B in at the small forward position. And for Boston, Tatum at the 4 with Queta in at the 5. Then it's Derek White, then it's Jaylen Brown, and it's Shireman in at the shooting guard position. And when it comes to the rivalries this team has, MP made something very clear, that his goal was to beat each and every single one in his way.
And one of the objectives of any team is to take down your rivals. MP may be humble, but he doesn't want his game, or more importantly, his team, to be overshadowed. Clearly, that motivation has been a driving factor in their success to this point in those key games.
With his touch, Tatum's a threat from anywhere.
Has to be. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. And Shams, the landscape of the Eastern Conference drastically shifted by the run of Achilles tears in last year's playoffs.
Yeah, BA, it felt like one after the other. Every week there was something big in the playoffs last year. And devastating for the teams particularly, but the league at large. And situations like these only amplify those voices saying that the league has to find a way to figure out how to protect players from injury. Is it lesser regular season games during the regular season? Is there a formula? Is there a method to potentially decrease the amount of significant injuries we see?
With the defense absent, that was a great opportunity, but no go.
And count the basket. He was fouled, and he's going to the line for one more. That sends Jason Tatum to the free throw line. It goes on Josh Hart.
What strikes me about Jason Tatum is really his versatility. He's got any move for any situation that you throw at him. His moves have moves. His counters have counters. That is a man that can finish plays or make them.
You know, Shams, last year we heard stars like Kevin Durant say they wish more attention was paid to the game. There is great attention paid to the game in a lot of different areas, and I know a lot of the older players are a little uncomfortable with that. Where do you stand on all of this?
Well, listen, BA, every player deserves to have their perspective heard, and they're the ones playing. They're the product at the end of the day. Trades, signings, free agency, coach hirings, fines, that's all a part of the game as well. I think everyone in the game understands that. For me, as long as I'm being fair, accurate, responsible with everything that I do and my information, that's all that matters. I think that's all players, coaches, execs care about.
Outside White. Pass to Queta. Here's Tatum. Three-pointer. And that makes him 3 for 4. He's looking good. And so Mike Brown decides to call a timeout. He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Let's check in with our reporter. Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. So it's Boston now. Pass to Hauser. Now Brown. Oh, nice finish from the low block. That one's good.
I love seeing Brown get it done inside. He's more than just a jump shooter.
McBride passes to B. The fadeaway, and it's in, off the glass. B's got 11.
And he's 5 of 7, getting into a nice rhythm offensively.
Brown passes to White. Back to Brown. Just 5 to shoot, and he drives in. Outside for Boucher. Launches a 3. The Knicks pull it in. And seeing this team right now is a problem. They've got 14 consecutive victories.
Yeah, not very often you see a team that's got the juice flowing like these guys. They've got the right attitude, the right team-focused basketball to win against just about anyone. Going to be interesting to see who and how this stretch comes to an end.
And here's Brown for 3. Can't hit that one.
You just got to love watching a big man hustle on the block. This is what his team expects and needs from him.
And so some good action already in this one, but a fairly even matchup after this first quarter of play. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Knicks.
Guys, they're bullying them in the post, using their size and strength as an advantage, exploiting the defense.
And what's more, they're getting their feet wet down there in the paint early on. Not shying away at all, taking it inside. What a great way to start.
So here are the 5 for New York as they start the second. Mitchell Robinson is out there with OG Anunoby. Then there's Miles McBride. Then there's Shake Milton. And it's B in at the 3. And we've heard greats like KD and LeBron question ring culture in the NBA, Shams.
They both chased after championships as well, though. They've both gone after those rings. And so, for sure, counting rings, that definitely oversimplifies the legacy of the game. We have to see exactly how the player's body of work stacks up. Everyone's going to have their own opinion. Everyone's going to have their take. And trying to influence public opinion is a tricky game. At the end of the day, people are going to look at stats. They're going to look at how many championships you win. They're going to look at the entire body of work, and rings culture is a part of that to an extent.
Yeah, think about the civic pride that comes to a city that an organization is in when they do win a championship.
Kevin Durant won 2 rings with the Warriors when he went there. LeBron James won 2 rings with the Miami Heat when he went there. So they both have gone and sought after that culture that comes with championship pedigree.
Shireman's checked in for Boston. New York also changing it up. Clarkson's checked in for McBride. Kolek comes in for Milton. Outside White. From deep. It doesn't go for him. New York has gone 3 of 5 from the perimeter in this game. And the league instituting an international flavor for this year's All-Star game, Shams. What more can you tell us?
Yeah, I'm told the league is really drawing inspiration from what we saw be a successful tournament in hockey. The NBA has been eager to increase the compete level for years now, so the U.S. versus the world format might just be the one to facilitate that this year.
Uncharacteristic, but that's a bucket he'll convert 90% of the time.
Nails it from 3. Anunoby's got his first 3 points of the game.
When you let a team knock down that many threes, you know you're likely to be on the wrong side of a run.
Outside White. There's a screen. Down low. Here's Shireman. White looking it over. A shot to stop the run. Again, the miss by Boston.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Here's B. He's guarded by White. Kicks it out to Anunoby. And again, New York with the triple.
A dozen consecutive points off of threes. This defense looks rattled.
And so Joe Mazzulla decides to call a timeout. He's going to talk it over with his guys.
Things just aren't going their way. He clearly wants to talk it over.
Good timeout if you ask me. They have the momentum, and coach wants to find a way to try and stop it.
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for Boston. Jaylen Brown comes in for White. Towns, he's checked in for New York. Brunson comes in for Kolek.
2 minutes remaining in the first half.
Here's Brown, averaging almost 23 points a contest. A fantastic offensive player. That one doesn't drop. Clarkson with the defensive effort. New York leading by 9. Brunson finds Anunoby. Here's B. There's a screen. Lets it go from deep. No good. 8 for 11 from the floor now. Here's Tatum. The 3-ball. Boston, no good that time either.
It's obvious they're becoming frustrated. Nothing seems to be going their way.
In a major drought, you need to find some sort of momentum.
All right, Chums, we know you got to hop back on your phone in case you have to break any news. Thank you for being with us here tonight. Great stuff.
Happy to be here, B.A. Thank you.
And as always, Shams with some great stuff there. I'll tell you what, this guy knows all when it comes to the NBA.
No doubt, Shams is the guy when you're looking for the inside scoop. So well connected and respected around the league.
Has to be. Lets it fly. Kept alive. Towns owning it inside.
Yeah, at 6'11", 250 pounds, Towns is such a tough guy to keep off the glass.
Brown scanning the floor. Now here's Tatum. Fires from deep. Good. And Brown gets the assist. Tatum's got 14 points.
And his fantastic performance from the last game has carried over to tonight.
He's just riding the wave of momentum right now, getting to his spots and keeping things simple on the offensive side.
An efficient facilitator, Clarkson gets the ball to the right guy.
Anunoby against Tatum. And so it's New York. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. And more NBA action on 2K Sports coming your way right after this.
They've got to play with more force defensively, if you ask me. You got to make them feel you.
Yeah, touch them up if you have to, right now.
And now, moving on. Thanks for tuning in.
And if you're just joining in, one half is in the books, one half to go. Richard, looking at your career, 17 years in the league. How'd you survive the grind of a regular season that many years?
Well, one, you got to take care of your body, and two, evolution is the key to success. I was a different player when I was year 3 than I was at year 15. You have to continue to evolve.
At the forward spots, the talented pair of Brown and Tatum. Then it's Derek White, and it's Shireman in a 2-guard. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Well, the Celtics have a great 1-2 punch with Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum. Tatum said JB always starts the game really aggressive. I'm a naturally laid-back guy. I kind of see things out first, and then I can essentially take over when I need to. We have found that balance. Brian, back to you.
A dangerous duo. All right, Allie, appreciate the report.
Quite simply, he is carrying this team, doing most of the work scoring-wise.
Back to Tatum. The 3 is up. And the rebound goes to the Knicks. And at home for the next game, it'll be Charlotte pulling in to face him. That'll be the first of 3 games played at home. Here's B, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way.
And even from where we're sitting, you could clearly tell it was a foul.
The floor is spaced for the Celtics, Richard, and they've launched threes at a record pace.
And when those shots are falling, they are tough to beat. But you live by the 3, die by the 3. Some say they settle when the shot's not falling.
And since the turn of the century, die-hard Knicks fans had dealt with some lean years, Grant, until recently.
No doubt, BA, and they're happy to see meaningful games. The arrival of Jalen Brunson just changed things, and they've gone all in to surround him with talent.
Wanting it more. Jaylen Brown, this man competes, and teammates, they take notice of things like that.
Third quarter of basketball. We're about a minute and a half in. Celtics trail by 8. Pass to Shireman. Tatum against Hart. Shot clock at 5. There's the triple. Clarkson grabs a miss. Knicks leading by 8. Here's B. Fires the 3, drops in the 3. B's got 6 in the quarter.
His shooting has been fantastic, and this team has leaned on him.
Back to Tatum, jacks up a 3. The shot that time not on target.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Got it.
And just not letting up at all. I mean, you have to love this approach. You want to get the ball to the guys who make plays.
This is when good players really get after it.
Oh, my goodness! Jaylen Brown takes one out of the rafters.
And that's something that should really get Brown going. Alley-oops like that, that really helped the momentum.
And so it's Brunson who brings up the ball for New York. They lead by 11. Has to be. Fades away. Takes a big high bounce and goes in. B's got 10 points in just the second half.
And he has flat out taken over this quarter. Keep feeding the beast.
Here's Shireman. Back to White. Hart pulls it in.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
Pass to Brunson. Clarkson outside. Here's B, pounded by Tatum. B, second chance shot, and Clarkson with a layup. Clarkson's got his first 2 points.
Good maneuver to get inside. Clarkson is sneaky.
And so Joe Mazzulla calls the timeout. He's going to gather the troops and talk it over. And last season, Grant, the sale of the Celtics franchise for $6.1 billion. It seemed like a lot at the time.
Well, yeah, that was until the Lakers sale hit 11 digits last summer, BA. But in both cases, basketball decision-making doesn't change right away. In the case of the Celtics, the governorship doesn't transfer until 2028.
Here's what Boston's going with right now. Garza's checked in for Queta. Boucher comes in for Jaylen Brown. And it's Hauser in for Shireman. Brunson passes to B. Takes a 3. And it's Boucher with the rebound. Celtics trail by 13. Inside. Here's Tatum. Nice look inside from Tatum.
It's just one of those nights where he's been very good, but his team is losing, and that's just an odd feeling.
Brunson taking his time here. New York working the ball around now. Pass to Anunoby. Basket is good. Off the assist from Brunson. Brunson's got 4 assists now tonight.
Nice ball movement there. Delivered the pass right on time.
And so it's New York, up 14 as we wrap up the quarter, building this lead up in large. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remark.
Boston with some changes. Tatus checked in for Boucher. And it's White in for Hauser. Here's B, defended by Brown. Shoots a fadeaway. Yep, that one's good. And it's 36 points here for B.
He's been dominant all game long. Nobody on the floor can stop him. And look, let's just say he knows it.
So on the floor for New York, Brunson and Clarkson are the guard set. Josh Hart is out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's B in at the 3, the small forward. Kick out to Brown. The triple drop.
And so far, Brown has been dialed in and is showing no signs of letting up.
Here's B, defended by Brown. Towns fires, and the three-pointer goes. And the Knicks lead by 21.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Brunson against White. Outside Brunson. Pass to Clarkson. To the wing on the left. Shot clock at 6. Here's B. Yes, and a nice assist from Brunson. Brunson's got his 5th assist in this one.
And though he has a scorer's mindset, Brunson willing to make the next pass.
Outside White. Tatum a screen on Brunson. White for 3. Hart pulls it in. The Knicks have gotten 6 of 10 attempts to drop in the 4th quarter. And the basket by B.
And it only makes sense to give him the rock again. He put the team on his back all game.
Yeah, just keep feeding him. That guy is a man on a mission. And the defense, well, they don't have much of an answer.
Here's Tatum. And that time also a missed shot. New York has gone 4 of 6 from deep thus far in the 4th.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Knicks.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And they add to the win column, their 19th victory this year.
And they've had their fingerprints all over this series, winning 2 straight and looking like they have this team's number.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for B.
And let's just say this, the name of the game is scoring, and yes, he provided that tonight. You're welcome.
Second personal foul.
The first free throw is good. So Boston going with almost an entirely new group here. Tatus checked in for Garza. Jason Tatum comes in for Tillman. Jaylen Brown, he's checked in for Hauser. And Derek White subbed in for Walsh. McBride, he's checked in for New York. Here's B. Off the mark with the outside fadeaway.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Back to Tatum. Oh, he picked him clean. 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's B. Drives to the hoop. Pass to Anunoby. Here's B. Gets the 3 to fall. B's got 44.
They really came in with the right mindset today. I can guarantee you their flight home will be filled with some smiles.
And as it should be, to be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
And so it's the Knicks taking care of business in this one. To walk into enemy territory and deliver a performance like that, that says a lot about this squad.
They really came in looking confident and didn't let anything shake them. This is what a dominant team looks like.
And that'll do it, folks. For Richard Jefferson, Grant Hill.
Right here.
Miss Conway.
When you guys lose, you often talk about keeping things simple, getting back to basics. With this win behind you, how do you continue improvements that you made tonight that helped seal the victory?
You guys are funny. We win a big game against a rival and you're talking about what happens when we lose. Yo, Zen, they got me up here talking about what happens when we lose, bro. Lose. Okay, yeah. I'd say every opponent is different. So there are things we did tonight that helped us succeed that wouldn't help us against the next opponent. We can't always repeat the results, but if we repeat what we train for and communicate on both sides, I think we're in pretty good shape.
Great, thank you.
MP, right here. MP, come on. Right here.